reached my hand out to you, and your eyes took me in. Shining with a light of love, after all you've been through. I stand in the light and I ask, what more can I do? Open your arms a little.
Hi, I'm Sue Giannetti, founder of Zimbabwe Gecko Society. 7 years ago, we came alongside CTT, Centre for Total Transformation, and Joy Chidivianzi, the head of that. And we decided to work with her and alongside of her to help feed, right now it's 554 orphans. And the reason why we're doing this little documentary is to say thank you to all of the people that have supported, come alongside, loved us, and poured money into our coffers so that we can actually come alongside this community. It's not just the children, it's a whole community that are being touched.
Go around. There's enough in this big, big world to go around.
We're teaching agriculture, and they're saying, well, how did you do this? How was this maize so tall and so good? And we're now encouraging them and teaching them the ways that we've been taught through the Farming God's Way program.
We're still learning more about Foundation for Farming, and we learn how to grow many crops, e.g. maize, vegetables, tomatoes, sorghum, groundnuts, and soybeans. And this year we saw nice results. I think this coming year we shall do more and more than we have done this year.
We've got goats in there for nutrition as well, for income generation. We've got part of the farming that goes for feeding the children, extra supplements, as well as providing an income from the sales that we can make. The mothers come along, their children don't pay school fees. The mothers come along and help with the gardening as a form of thank you for themselves, and they're allowed to take home to their homes if they need it. They're allowed to take home food for themselves as well.
We realized that most of the kids who were coming here were actually out of school. They were not attending any lessons. And then another partner came on board. Then they requested if they could actually add on the educational component to the feeding program. And that was how this center was actually transformed from being a feeding center to a feeding educational center.
Today we're very thankful for the benches and the tables we got from Zimbabwe Gecko Society. And before we were sitting on the floor in the mud, and now the children have benches, they have tables to write on. We were using lap boards, which are not very convenient for the children because the books can be big and the lap boards were very small.
Just want to kind of make it clear that in 2005, Joy Chidivianzi donated 33 acres of her land. So we're in a partnership. She's not a donor recipient. We're in a partnership together where we're coming along and we're helping put in the foundation of water, agriculture, education is done by World Education. And now the next part we're doing is building a clinic. All the doctors that have come from Canada to help get this off the ground, and we know now that it's just going to move forward. Great excitement in opening a church also today. It's our joy from Canada to donate this building and the other buildings that we've been able to put up this time as a gift from Canada. Today we opened a playground, and to see kids that have never been on a swing or a slide before, to see the excitement and joy of just charging off to the playground, it was just incredible to watch. Although CTT was the main focus this year, it was really wonderful to go back to Chigutu and witness the benefits of sending people from the church to the Farming God's Way course. Here's an example.
I've been using cattle, and now when I started going to the course, I'm using the God's Way. You look out, it's quite different from what I've been doing all along.
And vanhu vari kuuya vachizoonawo kurima kwandakaita ende ndinotenda nekuinda kwandakaita chikoro vazhinji vari kutoti dei varamba vachiita sei muchitidzidzisawo kuita kuti nzira ite sei ipere. Handinotenda zvangu.
Farming God's Way, this is 100% mulch, which means that these crops are going to grow better than those ones without mulch.
This church costs $200 a month to rent, so the community has been saving to buy land to build their own church.
The stand is 5,000 square meters, which will cost us about $50,000. Its deposit we only raised probably $1,600, which took us almost 2 years to do that.
On this land, they also want to demonstrate plots of the Farming God's Way course, which in time will impact the whole community, which will include a school, a women's co-op, goats, chickens, sewing, and a health education centre. Last year when we attended the church in Chigutu, we noticed there were quite a few grandparents raising their grandchildren, as well as some very vulnerable widows, whose need was so great and desperate we decided to help. Chennai is a widow who also looks after her deceased children's children. Chennai has been eating this anthill in order to survive. This is where she stays, in that bedroom, 3 people, in this very small space here. And so 6 sleep on this side and another 4 sleep on this side. So even though this accommodation is only $15 a month, she can't afford it. And these are 2 senior citizens that have lost all their children, and they are looking after their grandchildren.
So this is the vegetables that they've prepared and dried for them to eat. Yes.
As senior citizens, they really are struggling to provide a life for their children. So they need help any way they can get it. Our Gecko here has lots of children that she lost. All of them have passed away, and she's now looking after 6 orphans. Kintyre is one such school. We've been supporting and providing sewing machines, fabrics, computers, and other basic needs.
We are receiving a donation of 12 fluorescent lights from Susan and friends. They've also given us some fabrics so that our kids can make some patterns, mats, and so forth.
These children are in grade 4. They don't have, we don't have classrooms for them. So when they come in the morning, they start by having their lessons under this tree.
On behalf of Kintyre School, I would like to express our gratitude. Auntie Susan, you are a caring aunt, a friend in need and a friend indeed. You have made space for us within your heart. You brought us computers, now we are wiser. Thank you for upgrading the computer lab. Your assistance in paying the school fees for our colleagues cannot go unmentioned. May God continue to shower you with more blessings. Thank you.
Over the next 12 months, we hope to continue to do what we've been doing successfully, is helping communities become self-sustainable. We'd like to do it in a bigger way now, and we invite corporations to join us because we've seen the result. We've seen, and it does make a difference.